Ducks hockey and more coming at you with a new video. We're going to be talking about some NHL news, about general stuff. Mainly the Flyers have made some changes, mainly with the GM. Connor McDavid and his incredible point production this year. And we're going to talk about the NCAA collegiate players and some of the free agents that could be signing with teams as we get into the playoffs here. And just some general injury updates and things like that. Stick around. All right, so hey, welcome back, Ducks hockey and more. Let's just dive right into some general news. Something that just came out the other day. The Philadelphia Flyers have relieved Chuck Fletcher of his GM responsibilities in Philadelphia, and he's gone. They've named Daniel Briere, former NHL player, the interim GM. Now, from what I read, he is the interim GM. He was the assistant to the general manager position there, so he's well versed and well knowledgeable in how to conduct hockey operations as the general manager for the remainder of the season. But it almost sounded like what I was reading is that the Flyers plan on looking for a new president of hockey operations and a new GM probably during the offseason. Daniel Briere will probably be a candidate for that position, as well as a lot of other people. So we'll see what happens in Philly, but they haven't been happy with the way Chuck Fletcher has been directing the team, if you will. Not enough, I think they were in the playoffs in 2020, made it to the second round, but that was it. So they're not too happy. Philadelphia is known for a gritty, physical type of team, okay? And they just haven't seen that. That's what they expect. That's what they want. And that hasn't been the case. So Chuck Fletcher is gone, fired. Anyways, moving on. Connor McDavid. Dude, have you guys, if you're into hockey, obviously you know how great Connor McDavid is. This guy is an absolute juggernaut superstar. Watching him, I think the biggest thing about him is his creativity. But man, is this dude fast. I almost think that's his biggest attribute is his speed. And maybe you could even say his hockey IQ, okay, and how good he is just in hockey on the offensive side specifically. But he is so fast. He creates space for himself by being so fast, whether he has the puck or he's not, doesn't have the puck. Holy cow, is this boy fast. As of March 11th, okay, today, Saturday, March 11th, this is in 66 games, okay? We've still got, 16 games left for him, at least in the regular season, okay? He's got 16 games left. But in the 66 games he's played so far, 54 goals, leading the NHL, 70 assists, and 124 points. So, and he's leading the NHL, obviously, in a big way. This guy's got Hart Trophy written all over him. He had Hart Trophy written all over him earlier on the season. He's on an incredible pace. Quite honestly, I feel like if he continues to play the way he's playing, he will get he's going to get over 150 points, and he'll probably eclipse 60 goals. It'll probably end up being 60-something goals. Unbelievable. Connor McDavid is the real deal. Obviously we all knew that. Several years now watching him, but this year is just incredible. It's insane to watch. I don't know. Hey, Edmonton fans, you guys are extremely lucky. Hopefully he stays in Edmonton, and becomes a lifelong or a career, guy in Edmonton. Hangs his number in the rafters someday type thing. You don't want to see that kind of guy go somewhere else. Man, is he good. So Connor McDavid, anyway, Hart Trophy written all over that guy. Definitely going to happen. So anyways, Connor McDavid, if you ever watch an Edmonton game, please, or have the opportunity to watch an Edmonton game, go do it. Okay, moving on. We're going to get into some injuries. Okay, some notable injuries. We're not going to go over all of them because there's always lots of injuries, but the notable ones. Okay, First one, Kirill Kaprizov out of Minnesota. He just recently went down, so he's going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks. He's got a lower body injury. I believe it's his left leg. He injured that. The Wild are right now, they're 2 points behind Dallas for the number one spot in the Central. They are playing very well. So having Kaprizov go down now, here we are. They're fighting to get to that first spot. Now, I have no doubt the Minnesota Wild will make the playoffs, but Kaprizov is a big hit, okay? It's a big hit. Plus, as you get into the playoffs, you want him healthy, ready to rock. So hopefully he can get back in good game form time by the time playoffs start. Otherwise, that may derail the Wild's playoff chances. Because he is their number one guy. He's got 39 goals, 74 points. So that's a huge hit. Some other ones, Cal Clutterbuck of the New York Islanders. He's been injured. He is now coming back, I think, today's game. So he'll be back. John Tavares has been out, not for very long, but he's been out a little bit. He should be back against, who are they playing? Edmonton Oilers. They're playing the Oil. So they should be returning to today's games. Toronto is playing Edmonton, and the New York Islanders are playing Washington today. So those guys are coming back. Robbie Fabry of the Detroit Red Wings, he will not be playing today against the Boston Bruins. He has a lower body injury. And then another notable one is Cam Talbot, goalie for the Ottawa Senators. Now the Senators are in that trying to get into the wild card spot in the playoffs in the East. So this doesn't help them very much, having one of their star goalies go down, Cam Talbot. But he's out at least 3 weeks with a lower body injury. So that hopefully won't derail Ottawa's chances to get into the playoffs as a wild card team, because I would really like to see that. That would be pretty cool if Ottawa can make that push now that they have Jacob Chychrun. Huge trade deadline land in Jacob Chychrun going to Ottawa. So, there you go. There's some notable injuries around the league, just some of the notable names. Moving on, NCAA. So the NCAA, we all know, has collegiate hockey, okay? Not every major college has a hockey team, but there are quite a few, and mostly in the North, back East, okay? So you don't see a whole ton down South or out West. And if you do, they're not good enough to be part of like their tournament where they call it the Frozen Four when they get to the end. But either way, long story short, the NCAA, there are a lot of undrafted players in the college system that will get signed by NHL teams, and they can sign them at this time of year, and they can sign them to an entry-level contract if they've got the money to help bolster their prospect pool or maybe their depth going into the playoffs if in case injuries occur. A player that's 22, 23 years old and has been playing college hockey for a few years can step in and help and be a depth guy, So there are players that have done this in the past, and I know the Ducks have reached out to some in the past. It's just an interesting thing. So I not a lot of people know that this happened, so I thought, well, why not? Let's talk about it. Because I remember as a Ducks fan one year, and I didn't go into who was it, but there was a college player that the Ducks reached out to and signed, and to some random guy undrafted, and he ended up being a pretty good pickup, So here are some players, okay? I made a short list of some of the notable ones that are having pretty good years for their respective school. So let's get into those real quick. So one is already signed, okay? It was last Monday, a guy named Anton Malmstrom. He signed a contract with the Blues, okay, last Monday. So one's already been signed. Here are some of the other ones that are available, and will probably, more than likely, you're going to see 2 or 3 of these guys sign, I would imagine, unless some of them want to finish out their college career, which a lot do when they've gotten to that point. They don't want to just give it all up, right? But here we go. A guy named Matt Brown out of Boston University. Okay, he's got 43 points in 33 games. That's respectable. He's only he's 23 years old, senior. So there's a guy that's got some experience. He's been playing college hockey with other men, if you will, and can easily become a very good depth guy. Okay, for any team, whether you're going in the playoffs or not, that guy, a guy like that could turn into a very good player. Third, fourth line type guy, right? Here's another one, Parker Ford. He plays out of Providence University, 25 points in 34 games. Reese Gaber out of North Dakota. Now, this guy's a little ball of fire. He is only 5'8", 163 pounds. He's a little dude, but he's put up 34 points in 35 games. That's almost a point a game. And from what I've read, he is a very intense guy. For his size, you would think that he'd get pushed around a lot. Man, he probably does, but at the same time, he's just a ball of energy. He's like a little Jack, if you know who that is, right? Ryan McAllister, Western Michigan. He's 21-year-old freshman. He's got a whopping 45 points in just 36 games. That's impressive, guys. He was actually named to the National Collegiate Hockey Conference All-Rookie Team. So good for him. Now, that's the type of guy I think you would see get picked up by a team. And, he'd be a good addition to any prospect pool and depth of a team. So a couple others, Jason Pauline and Max Sasson, both also out of Western Michigan. I believe they all play on the same line, those last three I mentioned. So they're like the most productive line in college hockey right now, point-wise. Here's another one, Victor Ostman. He's a Maine Black Bear. So out of all the college hockey teams, the Maine Black Bears are my favorite team. There is a reason for that. There's two reasons. Okay, Maine Black Bears. This has nothing to do with really anything other than I'm just going to tell you, right? Maine Black Bears. They play. The college is located obviously in the state of Maine, just north of Bangor, Maine. And two reasons I like the Maine Black Bears. One, I like Black Bears for one, but the two big reasons are, one, my mother lives in Maine, and two, Paul Kariya, one of the greatest Anaheim Ducks of all time. Paul Kariya was a Maine Black Bear. Victor Ostman plays for the Maine Black Bears, 22-year-old goalie. Okay, he is 14, and I think he's a Swedish goalie. Or he's Swedish descent. I don't know if he was born there or not, but either way, doesn't matter. He might have been. He's 14-11-4, and his goals against was a .218, .919 save percentage. So not too bad for a team that's not very good. The Maine Black Bears aren't very good lately, but just this year alone, Victor Ostman has made them a very decent team as far as record-wise. Just by being such a good goalie. So he's a guy I would like to see picked up and go somewhere. That he deserves it. Here's another one, William Skoog. William Skoog plays for Boston U. Another Swedish-born Swedish-born center, actually. Listen to this stat, okay? Ducks fans all know all about Trevor Zegras, and I'm sure NHL fans are learning very quickly how creative Trevor Zegras is in his Michigan lacrosse-style goals. This cat, William Skoog, he has 4 in his collegiate career, 4 at the collegiate level. Now, it's probably a little bit easier to do at the collegiate level, but he's attempted it enough where he's scored 4. Pretty interesting stuff, right? So obviously this guy is a very creative guy. So, hey, that's just to name a few. There are a bunch of others, but those were some of the ones that stood out to me. But I wanted to touch on that because it's something you never hear about. The NCAA produces some pretty good players, and you don't usually see them become superstars or anything like that. A lot of your superstars just come straight out of their minor league team, Quebec Major Junior, Western Hockey League, Ontario Hockey League, Canada, the USA Hockey Development Team, that kind of thing. So, and they don't really go to the university side of things. They might, if the team wants them to develop, get bigger and stronger. So you do see that. Troy Terry of the Anaheim Ducks played for the University of Denver. and led them to the Frozen Four, and I think they won it, right? So it does happen, and the Ducks have Jackson Lacombe coming out of, I believe it's Minnesota, this year, and he should be coming over to the team late this year, I hope. So we'll see him on the ice as a Duck fan. That'll be kind of cool. He's a great prospect. So anyways, look, I just wanted to touch on that. That's all I've got. This is just an NHL update. Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. I need your help, though. I need your help because I want to blow this channel up. And I need your help to do it, so you got to go down if you haven't already and smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to the channel so you can watch all my content when it comes out. And leave me comments. Let me know what you think. Anything. Let me know what you think you want me to talk about, disagree or agree with me on what I talked about in this video, and whatever. I always love seeing your comments. In fact, I want to do a quick shout out. That just fell. I want to do a quick shout out to a couple of new subscribers. And if they're watching, they'll know who they are. One was a Boston fan, and his comment was something along the lines of, hey, I don't know how I found this video, but I really enjoyed it. It was really, really good. You now have a subscriber. So here I am out here in the Intermountain West and a huge Ducks fan because I grew up in Southern California doing my Ducks hockey and more. Yes, it revolves around the Anaheim Ducks, but I also like to just talk general NHL talk as well, like this video, right? So here's a guy. I did a video on the most improved teams after the trade deadline. It came to him somehow. It showed up and he watched it and he really enjoyed it. Enjoyed it enough to subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment to let me know. I love that. So hey, thank you. And there was another one right after that, same scenario, but he was an Edmonton Oilers fan. He had the same exact comment in the sense that he was like, hey, I don't know how I came across this video either, but I did and I enjoyed it. So that kind of stuff is encouraging for me. It shows that the channel's growing and we're getting bigger, and I want to, like I said, I want to blow it up. So help me out. Go down, smash that like button, and subscribe. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you on the next one. See ya.